Welcome back to the Bungalow. So we've got another special guest with us today, but we'll introduce him in a sec. But before we start, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're on today, the land of the Wadawurrung people, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging, as well as acknowledging both yourselves in here today. Also acknowledge our stolen generations who... A lot of them were forcibly removed from their families and their traditional lands and then moved here to Ballarat, where a lot of them still reside, and now they call Ballarat home. And they made up a huge part of our community. So, yeah, I'm Aaron Clark, I'm team leader for the Children and Youth Services programs here at Baddock. Get to do all the fun stuff for the kids. But mum's side of the family, South Australian, so Nuknut and Kukata. And then dad's side, Bungalow and Mati as well. So, and then I've got Nikki Bell.
Yeah, hello. I'm a youth engagement worker here at Baddock, and I'm a proud Goodijamara, Watchwallick and Nunanjerry woman. And yeah, happy to be here and having a chat with Peter Shane.
Yes, so our next guest is PSR, or Peter Shane. A lot of people know him as PSR. Lucky enough that we've worked with PSR for a very long time, known him for a very, very long time personally outside of work as well. So, looking forward to this yarn.
Yeah, I think there's going to be lots of laughs.
I think there's going to be a lot of giggling, I think.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Peter Shane, welcome, brother.
Welcome. Hello. Oh, hello. Welcome. Yeah. How are we going today?
Good, you?
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Good. So, PSR,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Well,
Where are you from?
I'm from a little town down in the Western District, Southwestern District called Portland, Hayward. I'm a Gunditjmara man. My mum's she's a Saunders from that down Portland way. My dad's a Lovett from down that way. And I'm one of 8 children from my dad's side. So yeah, and I'm the best looking of them all.
Knew something like that would come in there somewhere.
I'm picturing all your siblings and their thoughts on that one.
Yeah,
I think I saw a baby photo of you not too long ago.
yeah.
You haven't
Same.
changed.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that's changed now is just the grey beard. Still a little same baby face PSR.
Yeah, I try to be, you know. As I say, black don't crack.
And you've recently just become a dad yourself.
Yeah, I have, after 40-odd years or so, my first child, his name's Malou.
How's that going?
Yeah, no, that's going well. Sleepless nights, but he's going good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to eat solid foods. He's at daycare now and all that stuff, so...
Yeah, nice.
Growing up.
Yeah, growing up too far.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
How's it going with the brothers?
Oh, the brothers absolutely adore him, you know.
He's going to be a strong kid, that's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. He sees his brothers rolling around on the ground fighting and that, and he just wants to get in there with them. And it's like, you can't, not yet. They will break
time,
you.
yeah. That's it.
Bringing back any flashbacks from you being a kid?
Oh, a lot of blacks. Yeah, a lot of them. Sorry, I can't talk properly. I haven't put my teeth in today, so yeah. So you'll get what you're going to get. Sorry.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like I said, growing up with my sister. Oh, I got 5 sisters and 2 brothers. You know, growing up with them a lot. Also heading down to Portland and Hayward. A lot of family down that way, and doing the school holiday things with them and that stuff. Yeah.
Big mob down that way.
Yeah, very
the
big
Lovets
mob.
and the Saunders, and they're all still floating around down there, and the family's still bigger than ever. And
Yeah.
I think we've got Uncle Peter Lovett's 50th this weekend, I think. So I think all that mob's going to be here in Ballarat. So
I think I counted. We did a count, and I had, what was it, 170 first cousins?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, cool though. Like,
it's
that's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is.
Great memories as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. that
Just,
would've
and
come
having to
from
get to know all their kids too. It's like, oh my god.
all the names
Yeah,
gone through
yeah,
your head.
Yeah.
Just call me Drunkle. It's
Yeah.
okay.
childish.
Yeah.
Childish. Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Oh dear, you make me weak, Peter. So. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, at first I wanted to be a lawyer when I grew up, when I was growing up. But then it all changed when I started working with youth down in Melbourne.
Yep.
I ran a scout group down that way. I had 80 Aboriginal kids in the scout group. And I finished school early, but we won't talk about that. And all you young kids keep at school. That's good for you. But I finished school early, got myself a job working in at a place called Aboriginal Youth Sport and Recreation. Clarkie come through there, as a matter of fact.
true.
Yeah,
Cool.
when he was doing his golf.
I did.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I did.
so-
Those guys sponsored me a bit with having out with some fun to get me into some golf tournaments around Victoria, and
Yeah,
it was great.
Yep.
And just working with all that stuff, and now I do a lot of stuff with justice. I'm an Aboriginal Community Justice Panel worker as well do cultural connections here at Baddock as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You would have seen some big faces, do you reckon, when you were doing your sport and rec things coming through?
Yeah, so
some big
big
names,
names and stuff like that. You had your Byron Pickett's, you had who else? A lot of kickboxers that come through, Aboriginal
true.
kickboxers.
Cole Vanderkott, when he went through the
Cole-
program as
Cole
well, I think.
Vanderkott,
And,
Cool.
Kathy Freeman come
Oh,
through.
wow.
and little old Aaron Clark just slotted in there. So,
Look at him now.
look at him. Yeah.
Even worse now than it was then.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yep. What's the favourite, part about your work now? What you're doing?
I think just trying to see how the kids are growing and developing over the years and stuff like that. Like I said, when I first moved up here 20 odd years ago, I was the Carew preschool assistant as well. So I've seen a lot of the young kids now that are growing up and have gone on to work and do better stuff and all that.
Yep.
Like I had Amber Lovett there, I had
That's it.
Jacko, I had Topsy, I had all of them there with us, and just to see them now, it's just amazing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, to be able to look up, at what they're doing now, and
Yeah.
they're doing some amazing things too.
And
you
they
know,
still,
those-
and they still
those
ring me
kids.
and still call me
Yeah.
uncle and all
Yep.
that stuff. And it's like,
and that just shows you, the work that you put in is, you got those connections with our kids growing up, and still today, like all the kids that we work with, they're like, where's Uncle Peter Shane? They love seeing you and hearing about you, and
no, that's good.
shows, you're going on and you're doing good. Like, it's awesome.
yeah. That's
Very
it.
cool.
Yeah. So how long have you been at Baddock now?
Well, off and on, probably a good 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah, off and on. I like when I was off, I was still doing like volunteering work for the co-op and stuff like that. Helped them set up the we were doing what do you call it? The wind towers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing all the
Right.
looking for artifacts and all that
True, yep.
before the wind towers and all that went up. The Ballarat to Bendigo super pipeline and all that stuff.
Right.
So done a lot of work with them there as well too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What's the changes you see the most with, the co-op now compared to
When-
when you first started?
When I first started, there would have been only about 50
Oh,
to
wow.
80
Yep.
employees, and now we nearly
Now
got
look at it, yeah.
now
just
we
over
nearly got
200.
over
200.
200 now,
Crazy,
and
isn't
and
it?
it's just gotten bigger and
Yeah.
bigger, and just trying to you see the only reason you know that they're Baddock workers is they've got that
Top or
the top or the
Yeah.
tag, with their name across it
Literally.
and stuff
Yep.
like that, and
definitely, yeah. Yep.
20 years.
yeah.
I remember driving around. I think it was you and Johnny Canoa in the Baddock bus one day.
Yeah.
Picked up the kids.
Yeah,
Just cruising around the lake.
yeah.
Like at night, I think there were fireworks or something on that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you were allowed to do that.
I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
Yeah, when we're allowed to do that. Yeah.
We have to do
I think we had-
work to do that now.
stuff. Yeah,
I think someone had like an air horn. They were blowing that out at people outside and on the street. And
and we used to take them down to Melbourne to the casino. Not to the what's that been in the casino?
time zone.
Time zone, everyone, time zone.
Yeah. Down there and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
the kids used to love it, have a
Yeah.
ball. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm.
And I know we've worked on a lot of camps together and stuff like that. It's, good seeing those kids growing up.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
And
exactly.
then seeing it, basketball carnivals, footy carnivals, and you got those connections with kids that aren't directly in Ballarat.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yep.
And we got we'll be having Hoops Against Violence starting up again.
True.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. But Horsham are hosting it this year again.
nice.
So
Yep.
we can
Head up that way.
we'll head up there, take kids up there and stuff like that for that. And
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You going to play?
I might try and give it a go, see how it goes. I'll be the bench warmer for them.
Yeah,
I might come and warm the bench with you. I think.
yeah, me too. We'll all be coming back with ice packs on.
Yeah.
I'll hand the oranges out into the water
Yeah.
bottle or something. I think my calf muscle will probably pop if I try and run up and
Like
down
you
the
tried
buzzer.
that netball that time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
mate.
right.
Trying to be a big shot, running down the court and then bang.
You got injured. I think Eb got injured.
Yeah.
We haven't done one since.
No,
No.
It's a sign that we're getting old.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
And the best thing about it is that all the young kids see you playing them sports and that, and then they just want to join in as well, you know.
Yeah.
Gets rid of that like nervous feeling from the shame and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about like a carnivals, like the Hoops Against Violence, and then we've got basketball carnival, and we've got our football netball carnival. Like we're I'm pushing 40. You're in your mid 40s, and Nicky's just turned 30.
Yeah, hard work.
I'm at the end of the 40s.
But we're still able to play. And that's the best thing about those carnivals is I've got a 14-year-old daughter who wants to play in her first senior carnival this year, and my 12-year-old son wants to play in the senior carnival in a couple of years' time. So, if I can do that in 2 years' time, I think I'll be 40, 41.
You'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think I'll just hide in the goal. I'll just sit in the goal square and make the little fella. No, not a chance, mate. I never did a pre-season playing football. I think I did one in my whole career.
I did one. That was the first time we went out to Rokewood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was my first full on of my first year at Rokewood, and never done one since. I was always injured. Injured.
That old excuse.
Exactly.
So PSR, I know you've done some amazing things, with not just our community, but the whole of Aboriginal Vic, and with sport and with justice and with youth, and even your own football career. I think you were pretty close there at one stage. I think Kevin Sheedy was sort of knocking on your door there, trying to get you down to the Bombers.
That would have been
Wish it would have the Navy Blues.
Essendon all the way.
You've still got one of the most lethal left foots I've ever seen. I think I've seen you hit someone probably about 65 metres out on the tit, on the run. They didn't have to break stride. And you nearly put a hole in my chest one day at footy training at Rokewood. But you've done some amazing things, mate. So thinking about all of that, can you tell us about, I guess, some of the important people in your life and how they've influenced you both professionally and personally?
Well, first and foremost is my father. He's not around now, but he was one of my big main influence, because I was with him since I was 2 years old, and that's all I knew was my dad. You know, Mum was around but wasn't around, sort of thing. She was. They had an agreement that Dad would take us on and stuff like that, and he was one of my main influence. You had another fella named Tony Lovett. Most of you probably know. He got me down here to Ballarat to play at Sebast there just after 2000, I think it was.
Yeah, it's a big year.
Yeah.
Went through undefeated, I think.
They got done in the granny. Yeah. And then, and I also had some people down Melbourne way. I had Uncle Jock Austin. He worked at the Fitzroy Stars gym down there. Troy Austin as well. So there was a fair few people. Also all my aunties as well, because like I said, my mum passed away when I was only young, and they helped me out in that way as well too. Yeah.
Cool.
So important to have those people around for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because they're the ones that guided me.
That's it. Yeah.
Even though I was a naughty boy. Yeah. But I was still. Yeah. Yeah, I had my issues with police. Yep. I've been there, done all that stuff, and
that's it. Now, and those are your lessons, eh?
Exactly. And just trying to teach young fellas,
definitely.
The police are there to help us. They're not there to bag us or anything like that.
Yeah, it's so important with the work that you do, and the fellas that you're surrounding your time with and putting your energy into, and you're that role model for them too, because a lot of them don't have that. Those father figures and uncle figures and stuff like that. That you are that person for them, and that's so important for them. Hey,
that was my my motto to them. Do as I say, not as I do, because they were, but you done this. I said, that doesn't matter. I'm trying to show you what not to do.
That's it.
I think it's okay to stuff up, like you 100%. Said before. You didn't finish school, and you had your issues with police yourself growing up, but you've been able to turn your life around, and you're a dad now, and you're married. You're working full time.
I would not have expected any of that. When I was growing up. But
and it's because you've had people like your dad. We're very fortunate enough to know your dad, and unfortunately we lost him quite a while ago now, but, you know, people like him and then his siblings like Auntie Leah and Uncle Larry that are all still around. And, you know, it's for people that you hold on to those role models that sort of pick you up when you need to.
And the values that they give you, and the values that they give you, you know, like you might not listen to them at the time. But now I'm starting to hear them. You know what I mean?
So and you'll start saying them to
I am saying them to
Jack and Bailey. That's it.
So it's okay to stuff up.
Yeah.
Everyone stuffs up. I stuffed up when I was a kid. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, mate. But I've had and still have some bloody good people in my life that pick me up. You know, I work with a couple of people that I lean on a fair bit and talk to. But it's, I think the line of work that you do and we do, it's just to make sure the kids, it's okay to stuff up, dude.
And
don't be afraid to ask for help.
And to know that you're going to have someone there to always be there for you.
Exactly. No matter what you do.
No matter what you do.
No judgment.
No judgment, nothing like that, you know. Like, I was in and out of the cells, and but I always still had, you know, people there to help me.
And you've got those stories to be able to have those connections with like the fellas that you're working with too. You know, like someone that might not have had that journey, they won't be able to connect with as much. You know, they can tell you anything. You know that you're not going to be judging them and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's
you know,
so
like
important. In this work,
I went to school and I was the only Aboriginal kid at the school. You know, so I had all this stereotypes thrown at me and all that. It wasn't until I started playing sports, you know, school sports and all that, they were like, you're a champion, you're great, you're great. I said,
and then you're the cool dude, hey?
I was one of the cool dudes at school, you know. For a whole 2 years, I think I sat at the front of the principal's office.
You told me that. They'd ring your dad and he'd just say, nah.
Nah.
Hang up.
That's it. Fair.
You deal with him, you know. I'll get him when he gets home.
That's it. Exactly.
Smart man.
This is your time now. I'll have my time later.
Smart man, old Uncle Pete.
It's some amazing stories that you've got to share. It's always good to hear, and you know, we used to work in same office, and it was I loved hearing your stories. Like, I think it was awesome. So cool.
Some good ones, some inappropriate ones, but you always.
And it's always good just to like you said, yarn to somebody if you need to have a talk to them, and always be honest. You know, like if you're honest to the kids are going to be honest to you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Show them what you want. And they'll do the same, hopefully.
Exactly. I
think that's why a lot of the kids that we work with, I think that's why they like you or love you so much. There's no bullshit there.
That's
PSR. Exactly. I'll tell them straight, you know.
And that's because of like your dad would have been the same with you. Uncle Larry would have been the same. Uncle Tony Lovett would have been the same. Pete Lovett.
And Dad used to say all of them. Dad used to say that to all the other elders too. You know, like if he's mucking up, tell him.
That's it.
Know? Don't beat around the bush with him. Just tell him straight.
That's it. Raised by a community. Hey.
Exactly. That's how it starts.
It has to be.
Which things slowly starting to get back that way. I know times now a little bit funny.
A little bit different now with technology and all that stuff. You know, most kids are stuck with technology these days, you know, and it's trying to get them off that.
Exactly.
Is the other thing.
100%. It's a totally different world. Like even, for me, like we didn't have that, It was dial up and you had to get off because the phone was going to be ringing.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we didn't have mobile phones back
literally.
In the day.
I would love to not have that. Like, I love when we go out bush and you got no service. It's great.
It's great.
It's like, I just leave that in the swag.
And it's funny with the kids. And you see the kids who are like, this is...
Well, that's it. That's what we had with that camp, hey, when they took the phones off them and they're like, but our Snapchat streaks. And we're like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly,
Talk to each other.
Get around it.
Yeah.
What's your hopes for Aboriginal Ballarat or our community?
Oh, well, like we were...
Even Aboriginal Vic.
Yeah, like we were just talking, get back to community, get back to culture, like, because I think... most of it's been lost these days, with technology and all that stuff. It would be good if they come up with an app, so the kids can see about it, Maybe if we can, get some elders around so they can have a yarn with and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and just have good, communication with each other and stuff like that. And not just sit like... when we do go to camps with other communities, we're not just stuck in our groups, people just get around with each other and have a good yarn and sit there and, tell stories and all that kind of stuff. And probably also, for Ballarat the most, I think, we have lost a lot of our culture here in Ballarat, and it's just trying to get back to it.
Yeah.
Is the big main thing that's going to be our big issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're getting there, which is great. It's a lot more accepting. Or they are starting to get a lot more accepting.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the referendum vote
didn't go
sucks
our way,
and didn't go our way, but, it won't stop us.
It opened people's eyes.
Starts a conversation. It's not going to stop us. It's not going to slow us down.
I had a lot of fellas, like because I play cricket and all that stuff, had a lot of the boys, ringing me up or sending me on Messenger, what are you going to do and stuff like that about it? And I said, there's not much I can do about it. You either say yes or you say no. I can't tell you how to.
You're not going to push it on them.
Yeah, I'm not going to push it on it. Yeah.
And that's the thing, they need to go look at and find out for themselves, and if it aligns with them or whatever. But
I had a lot of mates who were the same. They said, I don't know what to do. I'm like, mate, it's simple. Google it. All you got to do, Google it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Briggsy brought out
it was as simple as video.
All you got to do is Google it.
Yeah.
And you
what are the pros and what are the cons? And, it changed a few of minds of my mates who were going to vote no. And, if they voted no, that's fine. It doesn't change my relationship with them.
Exactly.
And I'll still love and respect them the same way I did before it.
Yeah, exactly. You
just know that they need to obviously look into stuff more, hey?
Yeah.
It's all about education.
And that's part of why we're doing the work that we're doing.
Why we're doing it.
It doesn't matter if they walk around, saying, I got one Aboriginal mate,
Yeah.
So I can say them words. It's like maybe you can't say them words because it's not appropriate at the time.
Right.
I got a lot of people, come up to me. Oh yeah, because I don't live here in Ballarat now. I live out in Beaufort now, so a little country town sort of thing. So they've got their ways about themselves and stuff like that. And they're all like, oh yeah, Abo this, Abo that, and I'm like, can you please not say that? And they go, oh, but I've got an Abo mate, and I said, that's fine if you got an Abo mate, but I'm an Aboriginal person. I'd rather be respected and be called an Aboriginal person, not an Abo or anything like that. And I had to deal with that all through school, like I said, and all that as well too.
Yeah, it's still alive and and very well and very at the forefront at the moment. Racism and
I'm 47 this year, so
I still remember the first time I was called a name back in primary school. I think I was like 7 years old in grade 3.
And it's
still remember it. Still bloody hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, hey, like we remember it. That person doing it,
no, they wouldn't.
No memory of it. They don't see the the effects of it, do they? Like, that's going to stick with you forever.
They hear what they see,
Exactly, that's it.
Wouldn't have the slightest idea.
That's it.
I've got kids. My daughter was abused at the Begonia parade when she was in kinder. Dancing in the parade. There was an old white fella standing behind me and yelled something out and he soon tucked his tail between his legs when I spun around and gave him a mouthful. But I think, it's getting called out a lot more people are standing
we're more confident now,
we're a lot more confident. People are a lot more aware of it now, which is good.
And that's with, I think, the work that we're all doing, that we're giving these kids the platform to be able to be strong and
be more confident in themselves.
Yeah, that's it. And feel that they can, stick up for themselves. Where I didn't feel like that when I was, going through school. I didn't have that, I guess, connection as much as what we've given these kids now and stuff like that too. I just copped it. And
that's what I mean. When I was working at school, I was doing a program called Bungalow. And there was a lot of kids in that program that were like, I'm Aboriginal, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, oh, well, you can come in here and we'll,
That's it. They're still accepted.
That you're accepted and stuff like that. You can go home and ask the questions to your parents, or you know, if they don't have it, the grandparents will have it.
That's it. Keep digging back.
Someone will have it for
That's
you.
It. Yeah.
There's a large percentage of kids that we work with that have absolutely no idea where they come from, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No,
exactly.
Either.
And we're fortunate enough that we know where we come from and know a lot about our history and
who we are.
That's it.
But I don't expect the next kid to walk in the door and know just as much as I do.
No, exactly.
We're here to help them, and everyone's on their own journey. So
exactly.
We're pretty lucky.
Yeah. Oh, we're very lucky. We are. I reckon our generation was more luckier than what we got now today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I think most of them back then, like, even for the stolen generation, they didn't want to tell their kids, you know, where they're from or anything like that.
Trying to hide it, hey?
Yeah, because they were too scared that their kids would get taken away from them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's lacked on and gone on, you know. It was only a certain amount of people that would stick up for themselves,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Yeah.
So what for you, with everything that you've done and stuff, what makes you the proudest?
Probably being a father.
Yep.
Yeah. Being where I am today, getting out of that mindset is that everything I've done is wrong.
Yep.
What I do now is I do for everybody, and if no one likes it, bad luck.
Too bad, that's it. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to swear then, but you know. Is this a kid show or something?
That's all right. I think we can, if we get to that point, depending on what it was, we could bleep it out anyway.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. Yeah. Like, we want these conversations to be real and to be raw, and
That's it.
Yeah.
you know, if they can be emotional. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. So
Yep.
don't want anything to be scripted.
That's it. Yeah. I think, you know, it shows who you are, that how happy we all were that you were becoming a dad, and everyone was so stoked for you and so excited to meet you, you know, your little bubs, and it just shows, you know, what who you are as a person. That's why we were all so happy for you. Yeah.
I think it was one of the worst secrets. That Kathy, I still remember when Kathy told me. I think it was like, Jack wasn't going to be happy to be a big brother. I was like, huh?
It's like, what?
Oh, you're pregnant, aren't you? She goes, damn it.
Yeah, she gave it up. She was worse for it.
Yeah.
I'd done well with it.
Yeah, you were fine. It was her.
I think I seen her tell Kai, and Kai started crying. I was like, oh, I reckon there's something going on there.
No,
and that showed, like, too, you know, the kids were so happy.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as they found out, they were all giving Kathy a big hug. And it just shows, you know, how good community can be. And
exactly. You know.
Yeah. And, you know, your little fella's going to be supported from everyone else as well. And
I don't care about that. He's got babysitters, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Anytime, bring him in.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it. We'll have him in here anytime. Should have brought him in now, eh? See him up there.
Yeah, he would have been trying to grab everything.
Yeah, that's it.
He's at that stage now.
At the stage, yeah.
Walking out?
No, he's just sitting up. He's only going on the 6 months.
He's only tiny.
I feel like he's been here forever.
It feels like he's been a lot longer. That's why.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's only going on the 6 months, 23rd of this month.
any words yet?
No, just a lot of screaming at everyone. Trying to get the words out.
Found his lungs.
Yeah, it's found his lungs, yeah.
What do you
Who's
reckon?
louder, him or Jack?
Yeah.
Bailey.
Bailey. What are you going to say, Kathy?
She can't get a word in edgewise
that's
at the moment.
What are we reckoning? Mum or dad first out of his
Dad.
mouth?
Yeah, probably dad.
Probably dad, yep.
But all the other ones are trying to say mum.
Yeah.
And they say dad's easy to say for
dad,
babies.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's really good being a father. At the moment. Like, I stayed home with him for his first 4 months when he was born and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
would have been pretty cool. How did you find the experience? Like,
the first couple of days, it was like, what do I do?
That's it.
You know, that thing what you do with your hands. Like,
where do you go?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah. I started crying. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah. I think the first time he shitted on me, it was like, oh no,
how do I clean him and clean myself?
Yeah. I gave him his first bath and all that stuff, and that was pretty scary.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I nearly fainted because I didn't breathe once.
Oh no.
Yeah. Making sure I held onto him right and all that stuff.
Yeah. Keeping the head all right.
Yeah. It was good having Kathy there when I was doing all that stuff. And having her mum around as well too. Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Special moments.
Oh yeah.
It is good though. It is scary.
Yeah.
Becoming a parent.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not really taught
That's
how to be a parent. You sort of only really model off the way that you were brought up, but the good things. But there's no real instruction manual or anything like that how to be a parent. I wish kids did come with like a remote control. So you could just go mute or turn off.
Free
sleep time.
Pause just for 20 seconds at least.
That'd be good on camps, eh?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like it's been really cool. Peter, seeing you become a dad and how much you've loved it. Yeah, like I think we always said like you'd make the perfect dad.
Natural.
One of the it's just been in the types of ways that kids have reacted and bonded with you at camps. You're just one of those people that kids just get sucked in. To you. It's like here comes this big cool uncle.
And that's it. Cool uncle.
The cool uncle.
And that's what I'm going to feel sorry for Malou when he gets a bit older and that, you know. He's
like, got to share you with everyone.
He's going to be like, oh, that's my dad. Walk off.
Like,
everyone else will be jumping on you.
Like, you little shit. Come
That's it. No, that's pretty cool. I mean, you're pretty big in your art as well. And you know, what was it like? You know, with the picture making fellas and everything you've done.
Like that's when I first started off, and we're going back about
a long time ago now.
Nearly 10 years ago when we first started picture making fellas, and that was probably the first time that I started doing artwork and stuff like that. Because like I said before, that I was all party. That's all I wanted to do: party. Go out, drink, and go out and doing this and that and stuff like that. And and it wasn't until I started doing picture making fellas, it really opened my eyes up to do other stuff and get into my art and stuff like that, and learn how to do different styles of art and stuff like that.
And who taught you and who was involved in that?
It was with the fella that got us all together. His name was Peter Shane.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a Gulbar fella.
Yep.
But we won't hold that against him.
Can't help that, eh?
Nah, you can't. We have to have one at least. And we had Adrian Rigney, Thomas Marks, Uncle Ted Laxton, Miles Walsh was in there. And there was a couple others, but I forgot their names now.
I haven't heard some of those names for a while.
Yeah. That's it. And we done White Night down in Melbourne.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and we had had some of our artwork displayed on the side of the exhibition building. Yeah, so that was really good. To see it up on 100 meters long and nearly 80 meters high, and it was moving and all this stuff.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we done that one, and then I remember when then people started doing blackface.
Yep.
Yeah. So we thought we would put a show together called Blackface, Real Face, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got all Ballarat community together, and we took photos of them.
I remember seeing that.
And then we put them, and then we sketched them on some. It wasn't. What was it? It was called Forex, I think it was called.
Yep.
And it's like the same stuff that they use for billboards and all that stuff. Yeah, and we painted on them in like 3 different colours of black. So you had your matte black, your semi-gloss, and your gloss.
Yep.
And and we got to put that in a show as well too. And that was in the St. Paul's Cathedral down in Melbourne. Yeah. So
that's so cool.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was really good to get that out there to show what real face, blackface looks like in the community and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is that the same one they had in the White Night here in Ballarat?
Yeah, same one. Same one they had here too.
Yeah, I think I seen Thomas Marks that night.
Yeah.
My heart's on the
that was it. Yeah, we done 2. I think we done 2 down in Melbourne and one the first one here in Ballarat.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we had on the side of a building in Lydiard Street, and we had our artwork as well too. And
pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so cool seeing artwork like that. Like my auntie has got into. She does a lot of visual art stuff, and we did a festival up in Sydney last year, and she had one of the buildings down in the Darling Harbour there, and I spun around, it was me.
Oh, wow.
Up there on this building, it was like 100 metres long and like 25, 30 metres high. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's my face. No top on, just a
Yep.
just a kangaroo tooth necklace. So, to see our culture and like our art, expressed in
such a
a
big way,
contemporary way like that, not
Yeah.
a big platform like that. It's
And like we also got to
oh,
go.
and you did the Western Bulldogs
did
Guernsey
the
as
Western
well.
Bulldogs
Yeah,
Guernsey,
that's it.
when they won the grand final, they haven't won one since.
Get back on there, picture maker fellas.
That was a lot of controversy there.
Maybe go do one
that's
for
right.
Carlton.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy with that one, and
Yeah,
now
that's
they
it.
after that I think they start paying their artists now
Good.
to do it all.
That's right. Yeah.
But before that they weren't going to pay the artists, and they were going to use all the imaging for other stuff and all that. And we told them, no, you can't do that.
Fair.
Good.
Yeah. We also went to Portugal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we had a show down over in Portugal as well too. Yeah.
How long were you there for?
I think we're up there for a week.
Yep.
Yeah, and
That's amazing.
It was inside like a block of flats, but in the middle it had all the shops and all that stuff, and they had it all around the outside of the buildings as well too down there. Yeah, so
that's so cool.
that was really awesome. That was a good experience.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
You still doing art now?
Some, yeah. I sometimes go into the prisons and show them how to do a bit of artwork and stuff like that, and do a lot in there and stuff like that. And also, if anyone wants, to try and learn, they come into the office and stuff like that. And
It's cool. And there's so many different ways. Like
That's it.
we've got some artwork here on the walls and on the doors behind us, but so there's ways you can do it like that, or
That's it.
And that's what I say to them, it's whatever you feel in your side. You
That's
don't have
right. You're getting it out of you.
It doesn't always has to be the dot paintings and all that kind of stuff. It could be anything. Look at Albert Namanjira, he never done dot painting.
Yep.
His was all landscape stuff,
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's cool. So PSR, so for generations, because obviously it's recorded and it's going to be hopefully played, in a very long time. For, when your little fella's old and maybe have kids
He's like,
yourself.
oh, that's my dad's voice.
I'm sick of this old fella.
What does he have to
Have a
talk
listen
for?
to him.
So for when we do get to that point, when we're pretty old and our grandkids and stuff like that will be running around. Is there any wisdom or any advice you want to pass on to those listeners who are going to be listening in 20 years, hopefully 20, 30 years?
20, 30 years. Wow, that's a long time.
Oh man, I'm going to be like 50 to 60.
Yeah, I'll be 60. I'll be 67 then.
But
I think it will be just to listen to your family. Be respectful of people. Doesn't matter if they're black, white, grey, islanders. It doesn't matter. Just be respectful to all people. And be good. That's the main thing. Always be respectful and be good to people.
Great advice. Yeah. So important too. Hey.
Yeah.
Yep.
gets you a long way.
Oh, it
That's
does.
it.
As simple as it is, respect and
Yeah. Simple as a smile to somebody that probably doesn't have
Make
what
their
kids
day.
want.
Yeah.
Make their day.
That's it.
kindness goes a long way, and it can be the simplest little thing. Is just a stranger walking past and saying, "Oh,
Hello.
I love your shoes."
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Hey, how you going?
That's it.
I
I think that's why I love you being Santa too. When we were, going down the street and making people on the street laughing. And it's pretty cool.
It's fun.
And it's fun for us.
That was good fun.
I like helping Santa out.
I bet.
Yeah.
Book you in 2024.
But kindness goes a long way, because you never know, someone could be having the shittest day.
Yeah, exactly.
And something as simple as "Hello, how are you?" or "I love your hair," or
That's
"Your
it.
shoes are cool," or "I love your shirt." They can completely change their mood and improve their day. So, kindness is cool, people. There's nothing wrong with it. So,
Doesn't make you weak.
no.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. PSR.
Yes.
The last question.
When the dust is settled and we are long gone, how do you want people to remember you?
I love that laugh.
How do I want people to remember me? I think I just want them to remember me as being a good fella.
Yeah.
Always there, willing to help. Always there for a good laugh. Always there for a good yarn.
Yep.
And always just think of me as that funny little fella with the grey beard and no teeth.
Although you do have new teeth now.
I do.
You just forgot them today.
Yeah.
You got that sparkling smile now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no mate,
I think you're on the right track for that.
Yeah. Just a good bloke.
That's it.
Good laugh.
Yeah.
Always there to happy to have a chat with someone if they need it, and helping people out if they need it as well. So.
And if I think a kid's being naughty, I'll tell them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. So where to? What's next for PSR?
Well, what's next? Well, it's like I said, I've moved out to Beaufort now, so I'm sort of becoming a farmer, Joe, sort of fella now. Yeah,
farmer PSR.
Gone as a city man.
My days of the city gone. The bright lights are gone now.
You used to be a yuppie up in Melbourne. Now you've gone to Ballarat. You're a country fella. Now you're a farmer.
Now
Good
I'm
old
a farmer.
Beaufort.
Yeah, exactly. What was the question? Where from now?
Yeah.
Just to be a good father for my child, for my kids.
Yep.
And hopefully, I don't know, teach everyone to be kind, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon just keep doing what you're doing, PSR.
Yeah.
The reason why people love you, mate. And
That's
just keep doing you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe get back into football, but I don't think so.
You can coach it.
Masters,
coach
mate. Masters. Tony keeps trying to get me to play Masters.
Yeah. Well, Beaufort asked me to come play A-grade cricket with him. I'm like, come on, bro. You got to be kidding me.
A-grade cricket.
Yeah.
All right, Peter Shane, if you could choose a superpower, what would you choose?
Ooh, that's good. That's a good question. I've been dwelling over this.
Yeah. That's the one that's got him.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The superpower, if I could have any superpower, it'll probably be mind reading.
Mind reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just to know what everyone's thinking at the time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Be some interesting things.
Yeah, not everyone's, just certain people
Just
who I
certain
look
people.
at.
So you can like zone into it.
Yeah.
That's a safe way to do it.
Yeah. Because if I get too much, I think I'll be crazy.
Yeah. 100%.
What about yourself, Nikki? What's your?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always said like just be able to live underwater, like just to be able to swim.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Yeah. But then I'm like, I want to be able to fly. And I want to be like, or make myself little so I can sit in a room and just hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just nosy, obviously. I think I just want them all.
That's why mind reading.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's she talking about me for?
Yeah. What about yours, Clarky?
Probably time travel or being able to teleport anywhere.
Ooh,
So be able to go back in time and see loved ones that we've lost or go into the future and see what my life has turned out to be like.
Yeah,
would you want to know that?
It.
Oh, I don't
Then
know.
you could change it if it's not what you want.
Don't know. Or just be able to transport like
Yeah.
I feel like going back home to Madrid today.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah.
Go on.
No,
Rather than
do
sitting
that.
in a car for 5 hours listening to kids fighting with each other. Yeah.
Boring drive.
So yeah, they're probably the two I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I could put up with people reading people's minds. I'd
Yeah.
do my head in.
Oh,
Someone say something nasty, I'm like,
I'd love it. But
I
that's
know,
what
I
I
say
mean.
that,
That's
I'm
a good
like
thing.
sook when they
If
do
they
that.
say something nasty, then you can go and have a yarn with them, you know. They might not know that you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Power is
exactly,
key.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Nah, thanks, Ace PSR. We loved you coming in and having a yarn and having a laugh.
That's
It's
it.
we always love catching up with you, brother. It's been a
it.
pleasure working with you.
I've been hanging out for this one when you were going to have
Yes.
a laugh with you.
Yeah. I rang him up the other day. I was like, we need someone cool. We need someone to have a laugh with.
Peter Shane.
PSR.
Top of our heads.
Yeah. No, thank you, brother. We appreciate it.
I love it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Give that boy a big cuddle and a kiss for us, and we'll see you soon.
Maybe the next one I'll bring him in.
That'll be
100%.
deadly.
Love that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Awesome.
All right, see you guys.
All right,
See you
bye.
guys.